Hi.
Hi.
Joe.
A lot right now.
I know Joe and I are both on our period this episode. It was inevitable that it was going to line up on a podcast.
Just to put it at the top of the hour. Good morning. Good afternoon.
We need
and
to, good night. We need to set the tone. We're both like, fuck all of this, and then just crying and then laughing.
Accidentally consumed 200 milligrams of caffeine in one drink.
Yeah, a whole situation you're in.
It tastes like cherry limeade, though, so I drink it really fast also.
Oh.
It was you know how I feel about cherry limeade.
Yeah, we all have a cherry limeade.
Oh, my God. If Quick Trip had diet cherry limeades.
Do they not have diet cherry limeades?
They don't. They have something called Rooster Booster that is challenging for many people.
What the fuck is that?
Mostly the roosters.
What is that? Is it like a suicide, but it's
no, it's
cocks?
like it used to be called Quizzle back in the Quick Trip original days.
Okay.
Where I used to eat those like fake apple pies before I went and lifeguarded as a young person. One time I had a Quizzle and an apple pie, and I was a waveful lifeguard, and the waves were making me nauseous with caffeine and sugar. And I was like, hey, we had these giant mugs. And I was like, hey, I like tweeted over at my lead, and I was like, hey, can you hand me my mug? And I just threw up in it. Kept guarding the pool, though. Saved a life, probably.
Excuse my vomit.
Didn't it get on you? You're fine.
You're fine.
You're fine. You threw up on yourself earlier.
I saw you in the bushes.
I saw you. Someday we need to have a conversation about the weirdest things that happened to me as a
probably
theme park lifeguard. Because it ranges from someone taking off their fake leg and losing it in the pool.
Okay. I'm not even going to go there. We're just going to wait until we can tell the full story.
We should. Yeah.
Yeah. I learned a new story about you over the weekend with your flag football story, which we won't tell today.
We won't tell today just in case.
Yeah. But
Isn't
I was
it funny?
like,
I didn't know that.
God.
I didn't know your date story either.
Yeah, and you didn't know my date story.
Isn't that so crazy? We talk
all the time.
Literally all day.
Literally all day long.
It's incredible that we show up to this podcast and still have something to say to each other.
It really is shocking.
Because we literally podcast to each other all day. Sometimes I have to stop voice memoing you because I'm like, what is there left to say?
What
and then I'm like, oh, wait, one more
do?
thing.
Just literally emceeing our entire days to each other.
But we did learn new things about each other this weekend.
We did. Okay, so have you said what your vibe is, which is caffeinated? Or is there something different?
I feel, like I said, the only analogy I can give is Cameron Diaz in What Happens in Vegas when he drugs her with testosterone and she's just like sweating and she's like, yeah, like let's fucking go. Like that's just what I feel like. And where am I going? Nowhere. Straight into a wall in about an hour. I assume I will be crashing so hard. Although they say there's no crash, but with 200 milligrams of caffeine after 2 cups of coffee, because I do a double cup of coffee on my drive in my thermos. Thermose.
My thermos.
The drunker you get, the more obvious you get with the thermos. Thermos? Thermos? Yeah.
New Girl.
White wine?
Just New Girl. That's all this whole podcast has been nothing but us quoting New Girl from episode 1.
Literally, from episode 1. So my vibe is energized, little dizzy, confused, couldn't have come at a better time, cocktail love of my life. Louie's wearing seersucker. He showed up.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good vibe.
A lot. Yeah, what is your vibe?
My vibe is I'm kind of flying high today. I closed a client today. She paid in full, which
for the year?
For the next 6 months.
Way to go.
Which is kind of a second time for me.
Are you in shock? Is that why you're so... When I got in the room, you were very still. Also, I might be just going like this.
You are going like that, but I also know that when you fly in on a podcast, if I match your energy, we are very disconnected.
Yes.
And if I can anchor you when you come in
second.
and get you to match my energy, then the podcast usually is way more like we know what we're attacking that day and we're more
I'm just
connected.
going to drag you up with me and we're just going to go into space.
Maybe.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So excited for you.
Thank you. Me too.
I can't wait for you to get 6 more like that.
I know, me too. which is a big deal for, for those of us that have a business, like when we,
especially in its first year.
keep asking for not more money, but money in different ways that stretch you. And so that was something that I made as a goal for going into this next quarter was I'm just going to format my contract to where they can pay monthly, where they can pay in full with a small discount. And I did it and it worked.
Love it.
Anyway, yes.
Love it. Okay, should we cheers on that?
Well, we're going to cheers in a second, but we have to talk about what we're cheersing. So Jason came to me last week when I saw him, and he's like, hey, do you guys want cocktails for the pod? And I'm like, of course we do. So Jason owns...
Sorry, what are you asking?
How dare you even assume that I don't? So he owns One-Handed Bartender, and it's ready to drink cocktails. So literally these tiny little bottles.
Craft cocktails.
Like, so Jason's he's been a bartender for a long time. So he knows what he's doing, first of all. And so all these little bottles have each 2 cocktails in them, but he has formulated and curated them to be the best of the best.
So good.
So we're right now drinking espresso martinis.
Also, can we talk about the clever name? And while I was thinking about how clever the name is, because they're ready-made cocktails, and he calls himself the one-armed bartender. One-handed, because you can literally
just pour
open it with one hand.
Yeah.
What if we did an event for him at the one-armed scissor?
I see. Everyone with one arms, just come on down. It's just a one-armed everything.
One-handed bartender at the one-armed scissor.
Yeah, I can talk to him about it.
Our friends,
I know.
We could do a networking event there and do just him.
So I need you guys to go do me a favor. He just told me yesterday, that they are now able on the website to sell directly to consumer, like they were doing B2B for a long time, and now they're B2C. So anyway, so you can go and grab these, because let me tell you how badly sometimes I want an espresso martini, and there's not a lot of cocktail ready-to-made
correct
situations happening that you could go get that are actually like taste like you just got it at the bar.
That don't taste like fake sugar.
Yeah. It's like literally said he just made it to me and handed it over.
It's fantastic.
And I keep asking him, I'm like, when are you guys going to come out with the old fashioned? Because that's really what I want. And he said it's on its way. So we have the Typhoon, world's best daiquiri. I think there's a Manhattan and a Gimlet in there as well. So there's a little pack of 4. But anyway, you can find him on Instagram at OHB, which stands for One-Handed Bartender, craft cocktails. So OHB craft cocktails, or go to onehandedbartender.com and go get all the cocktails.
And this is an espresso martini, and it is delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
Do I need more espresso? Probably not.
Probably not, but here we are. And I didn't even know that when you went and came in and told me. So I already poured it.
Yeah.
Not knowing
that I was
you've
on
had them. Anyway.
Level
Cheers.
22.
Cheers.
I hate the word Galentine's. It is the most asshole. First of all, when was the last time I called you my gal? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. 72?
No.
Yeah.
Don't believe it.
Yes. Everyone wants to make me dinner, and everyone wants to take me to Mexico.
And I've created a life for myself that is so fucking incredible that if you don't add to that, you don't get to be in it. One word. Not. No further question. Not to taint your experience.
Oh, God. Did you say taint?
I did.
Oh, yeah. I'll get him drunk and listen to Kid Rock, and he'll tell me anything.
Showered today? I hope I did. I'll be ready for this. It was at a gay strip club with a straight stripper. Definitely gonna keep my eyes closed the whole time. Anyway, thanks for asking.
All right, let's get into update circle backs.
Okay.
What's your hot girl update?
Little 15-year-old Trev's daughter is doing hot girl walks.
With him?
No, all by herself.
Go get it.
On Friday, her and I are going to go on a hot girl walk together. He took, he has like a 40-pound vest, but you can take the weights out.
Oh.
And so he took weights out for her, but she went on her very own hot girl walk. And
wait, with a vest?
First, let me tell you this one, took a dog, ended up going 3 miles. The dog got tired, and she had to coax it back to life to get it to finish its own hot girl walk.
Yeah.
We are hot girls. Let's
we finish walks.
We're hot girls. We finish walks. So our movement not only is it changing lives of 35 to 52,
Mm-hmm.
but little
15-year-olds.
15-year-olds
I get it.
Yeah. I keep calling her 16, and she's like, don't age me. And I was like,
I get it.
I get it, too.
I do understand.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
so
that
I
update.
love that our hot girl walks are extending to men. And
Everyone.
15 adolescents.
Everyone.
Adolescents. Imagine if you started hot girl walking at 15 and that was just your habit.
God. Can you imagine where we'd be physically, mentally, and emotionally?
My bones would be so strong. I also love Dr. Marie Claire. We're getting so much validation from actual medical doctors.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
We are not,
Yeah.
in case anyone was like curious.
Yeah, we are not doctors.
Or personal trainers.
Or don't pretend to be one either on TV. But I will say, so Dr. Tiffany, who's going to come and talk to us in September. September. So she told me last week when I saw her, so we all need Fitbits. I don't have one. I need to get one because she said
Does an Apple Watch work?
yeah.
Okay.
So whatever tracking you're or whatever. Anyway, she said we have to get to level 2 is fat burning.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you can get to level 2 during your hot girl walk, she's like, that is when fat burning takes place. Or if you don't have a Fitbit, which I'm gonna, she's like, you can get them for like super cheap on Amazon. So I'm gonna grab one to get to that place. That would be really lovely.
Okay.
But she also said, if you have trouble talking while you're on the hot girl walk, then that's also how you know you're probably at a level 2. So
Okay.
yeah, level 2 and 3 is what we're trying to get to on our hot girl walks to fat burn.
This is different for me though, because so when
You have no fat to burn? What's
No, I have plenty. All of it. Will
Please
it burn all of it?
sizzle the fat.
Sizzle.
Sizzle
Sizzler.
it.
I'm going to start calling my hot girl walk the Sizzler.
Sizzler.
No, we used to have to, for track and cross country practice, when we would go on like our 10-mile runs, we would have to talk to each other in like a cadence, like a military cadence. Just like in the military, they train, and the reason that they do their like, we're gonna be
To keep that.
it's to keep your breath like stable while you're going through and exerting the energy.
Okay.
So, because I hot girl walk podcast to you,
Yeah, I
all
don't
day
talk
long.
on my hot girl walk.
I talk to you, but I think it's different because I'm used to it.
I think, well, could be. So over the weekend, last weekend, I went to the lake house with a couple of girlfriends.
In
And
hot girl walk.
And we hot girl walked every day,
Yes.
all in our hot girl vests.
Loved it.
And so at one point,
It was interesting to watch your videos of it because you guys were all hot girl walking different. Like Zitzi was on her phone.
yes, we were all doing different things.
Yes. You guys were all on your own hot girl walks together.
Yes.
Which I also love about a hot girl walk.
Yeah, because Zizi wanted to get to zone 2 within like nanoseconds. So she was like, and she had a 20-pound fucking vest on. This girl buys, just goes for it. I know. So she goes for it, 20-pounder. And that was the first time she had used it. We were just cheering her on. So
It was her first day and she went 20 pounds.
20 pounds.
Good girl.
Yeah,
How
so-
much did her butt hurt the next day?
I think the next morning she definitely said that she felt it real good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's what I love about women in general, especially when we're that close to each other, because we all did. Like, she shot ahead. I walked by myself for a little bit, hung back, walked with Lily. Like, we all did our own thing.
Yes.
But
she
none
was
of
like
us were
on her
like,
phone running her business.
probably, yeah. And none of us were like, oh, don't walk ahead
Leave
of me or
me.
don't leave me or whatever. Like, no, we just go and do our thing, and we felt really great. So anyway, so it was really
Group of individuals, which I
really
love.
nice. I know. I was driving past 2 women in their hot girl vests, random women. When I tell
Today?
you, no, a couple days ago, I almost rolled the window down and screamed out hot girl walk, like I'm cheering you on. I didn't, but that's how much I love it. And if you haven't gotten your vest yet, we have a link. I put it on our Instagram bio.
I'll put it in story or in our show notes. Also.
And then we've also got it in the group chat. So we've got it everywhere for you guys to go and grab yours. My girlfriend Ashley just texted me a picture the other day. She's got her, like, literally we're taking over the revolution of a hot girl walk. Go get your vest.
Yes.
It's very exciting. Other update, I almost died this weekend while at the lake.
Not during a hot girl walk. I'd like to clarify, not during a hot girl walk.
Let me tell you what happened, how I almost died on the lake. I don't do boats. Most people
You
that
don't
know
like
me.
water in general.
I don't like big things of water.
You're like a cat.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will never go on a cruise unless it's on a river. I just don't like water. I don't like boats. I don't like the idea of not being able to just get out of the situation immediately, right? So there I am on a boat on Saturday. And it's on Lake Livingston, so it's about an hour and a half away. This is at Lily's Lake House, so we're like, sure. I'm
And
literally
this is not like a radical lake.
no,
No.
no,
It's like laid back lake.
like a laid back
lake.
lake. There's a little island in the middle, so we're gonna go out to the island and
Love
float on
that.
this big like lily pad type situation, like float thing, and it's great. So I have tried to regulate myself internally with my nervous system to go, because last time I was on a boat, which was about 25 years ago, not a great experience for me.
Are you just saying to yourself, I am not on a boat. I am not on a boat.
I was like, you're okay. So this is the funny part. So the whole time I'm in the back of the boat and we go off and it's
Are
like
you wearing a life jacket?
not yet.
Okay, so you haven't gone to that extreme.
No. So in the back of the boat and we're like catching air and it's kind of choppy. And so the whole time I'm like, nope, everything is fine. You're fine. Look, the water is great. It's not hot out. Everything is great. I look over at Sarah. She's having fun. Lily's having fun. We're all having fun. And as soon as I think that, apparently the boat, which Lily's husband Eric is driving, he knows what he's doing.
Man.
Apparently, it catches too much air and the propellers don't have enough water. This is what we're thinking. And as soon as it goes back down and hits the water hard, it just completely shuts out. And we see the back of the boat go literally underwater.
Like the engine was flooded.
And I look over at Lily because I'm not going to panic until Lily panics.
Okay.
And Lily starts to panic. And he's like, grab the life jackets. And I'm like, oh, this is why I don't get on a boat.
Because you can get nowhere. Does anyone have the helicopter?
So immediately,
We need
she's grabbing life jackets. We're putting life jackets on. He's like, call the marina, 911, just call the marina. I am in a place where I'm like, okay, so we're going to go under. I guess we'll just swim in the lake until, and I'm literally, this is what I'm doing in my brain. I'm going through what the next steps are. Okay, we're going to get in the water.
To the level of like acceptance. We are
I fully
going
accepted
down.
it. We're going down.
We're going down.
I'm not going to panic.
Now what?
Now what?
Now what? We're going down. The worst thing that I could possibly think to happen
Is happening.
on this boat. It's happening.
Uh-huh.
So now what?
Now what?
Great man in a storm.
Next thought was, well, there's no sharks on the lake, so I'm good there. And I'm like, well, my phone's going to be underwater, and that's not going to work. Okay. So this is a man-made lake, so it's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. Just tree stumps, maybe some fish. So we're about 3 minutes in. Finally, Eric gets the boat back up and running.
Okay.
We don't know what happens.
Thank you, Eric.
So now my nervous system is still freaking out, not really sure, but okay, now we're going to get to the island. We get to the island. We start to try to anchor. And Sarah looks up and she goes, that's not great. And we look over and there's these two massive strikes of lightning that just happen right on the island, like right next to us. And there's this massive cell storm coming in. And I'm like, And Eric goes, we're in a fiberglass boat. We'll be fine. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. All I know is I'm in water.
I like how he's calm about the lightning and not about the engine stalling.
Correct. So I look over at Lily and she's like, I mean, we could probably just wait it out, guys. Everyone else on the lake now starts to pack up and leave. And I'm like, I would not like to be here anymore. Can we go back? At this point, I don't care. I just want to go back.
Lightning also strikes trees and land.
Yeah,
And
all the things.
all the things.
All the things.
People.
So we head back. That was all in a span of 20 minutes. I will never get back on a boat again. I do have one question, though. Since I'm not a boater and I'm not a laker, where do you shit when you have to take a shit? Do you shit in the lake?
Water. Yeah.
You shit in the lake.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Also,
Never getting back in the water.
lake. Yeah, I don't like to swim in lakes or rivers. I grew up like in the river literally every day. I didn't even know that. Like when I went to school in Colombia, people were like, we're going on a float trip. I'm like, what's this? We did it every day. My mom dropped us off at a bridge with a fanny pack of pull and peel Twizzlers, and 3 hours later, she would pick us up at another bridge. Like, that's what we did. We had a chocolate lab named Harley.
Why
and
was it only Twizzlers?
literally don't know.
Wow.
Couldn't tell you. Just remember the pull
Never
and peel.
deviated from
No.
Twizzlers.
And then we would check bank lines. And if we caught anything, we would take it with us. But we didn't have like inner tubes. We were on like Fun Noodles. And Harley would swim down the river and we would hold on to his tail. But listen, My sister got stuck when we came down to visit my uncle Dusty Bob in Galveston for the
God,
first
the
time.
story just keeps getting better.
My sister got stung by a jellyfish.
In the river?
No, in Galveston.
Oh.
So we come down. These are different bodies of water, but they all tied together. Okay. So we come down to visit my uncle Dusty Bob, and she gets stung by a jellyfish, and I'm like, that's it for me.
Mhm.
I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start learning about gar and all the things and sharks that live in brackish water and can get into the fresh water and the eels and I'm just like, yeah, if I can't honestly touch the bottom or see the bottom, I'm not interested.
I agree.
I'm not interested. Now, do I love water sports? Absolutely. Did I one time on a kneeboard have a fish jump out of the water and land on my knees?
Absolutely not.
And my mom told me I wasn't allowed to let go, so I'm just screaming bloody murder while this fish is cutting my legs up because it was a catfish with its freaking things. Yes. And then when I first learned to water ski, she also told me not to let go when I was teaching my 120-pound chocolate lab, Harley, how to walk. He dragged me down the street with a leash. And then in water skis, and I got drug underwater, came up and my nose was bleeding because I was afraid to let go of the rope. She was like, well, if you fall down, you let go. I'm like, what are the words? Whatever happens, don't let go. So, honestly, betrayal by my mother. Number one. When she says don't let go, I'm immediately letting go.
Just let go.
Just let go. And number two, no water that I can't see through.
Yeah.
Even when I go like in really clear ocean water, if there are too many fish, I'm out. I don't need it that much. It doesn't feel that great.
If anyone else has a crazy lake story, can you please
sound off?
Like DM us, email us.
I want it to be crazier than this.
I really want to hear some crazy lake stories.
Sort of regular.
All of this is just confirming that I will never get back on a lake. Thank you.
You won't even go to a water park with me.
I really won't. I don't
know.
like it.
You're a cat. You don't like water.
I think I drowned in a past life, honestly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. I think it's for real.
Scotland.
Or on the Titanic. I have a weird obsession with the Titanic.
I thought JD liked.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In that life, I know.
How many lives are you drowning?
One day we'll get into all the weirdness of my
all
past
the
lives.
woo-woos.
Okay, this is the episode that everyone has been waiting for. Somebody did ask us.
Somebody asked us. Somebody actually asked.
Actually asked us. Here's all of the insight and the wisdom that we can give you in one 45-minute time frame.
We might not get to all of them.
We may not.
Yeah. Good thing we'll have another one next month.
Are we ready? You need another drink already.
Yeah, I'm ready, I think, for the vodka.
The Typhoon.
Yes.
The Typhoon is premium vodka, lime, and sugar. I mean,
sounds good.
That sounds amazing.
All I need is more sugar.
More sugar with just a hint of espresso martini at the bottom.
That's okay.
He asked me,
like
he was like, hey, have you tasted the drinks? And I was like, no, we're going to taste them live on the air.
Hope that's okay.
Hope that's okay. He's like, yeah, that's fine.
Hope they're good.
All right, let's get into it. Speaking of Hot Jason, we did get asked, can Jess find us all a Hot Jason?
Give me your dating app logins.
I thought about this question because I think there has to be a certain kind of, like, we as women have to be in a certain kind of emotional state to be ready
for a Hot Jason,
for someone that is, he stimulates multiple parts of me.
Okay.
But is not available to be available in the way that I would like him to be, meaning like full-on dating situation, right? Can we clear about that in the beginning.
Can we clarify that you would like someone to be? We don't know if it's him, but like what you're looking for in a partner, he's not ready to be.
Correct. I also, my life right now is so glorious in the state of how many things I have on my plate right now that I honestly don't know if I should be looking for a boyfriend, quite frankly.
Okay.
So I'm in a place of like, I need to figure that out as I continue to date. Because I had someone, Tales from the dating app, slight pivot. I did have someone tell me, basically, just ghost me because I have too much going on in my life. So that was great.
You're not the right person if you don't.
Yeah, he took himself out.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I think that if you are able to put your parts in rooms and know that, like, I know that when I'm with Jace, I can let all the parts out. All the parts talk to each other. They talk to me. We're in full synchronous harmony. We get into it in that like 5-hour time frame that I get to see him. And then as soon as I leave, they're all back in their spaces, because in the moment, I can be there in the moment. But as soon as I leave, the expectation is not there in terms of like all the texting and planning out the next date. And like, that isn't what we're doing. So you have to be in a place where you can find a hot Jason. You can find someone that is like stimulates you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. But if he's not ready or if he's not there, then you either don't do that altogether, or you just have to be really hard with your boundaries.
And I think it has to come with a warning label of that, because if you haven't done the work to understand where your boundaries actually are or what you're actually capable of, because there are just as many horror stories of friends that we have or women that we know that like the idea
Oh, for sure.
of a hot Jason, but aren't like, it took a lot of work. So me personally, right, during the, okay, I'm not getting a boyfriend right out of the gate, like I'm going to date for a while. Like, it was really difficult for me because it's not how I operate. I like one person at a time.
Yeah.
And right. So I think it's important that everybody know where they are too. Like,
Oh my, you have to be.
you have to, and we can say boundaries and we can say get in our rooms, but something about you that I think needs to be stated or clarified, you have people in your life that you can be all the way honest with. If you're getting too close to the edge emotionally, you're honest with yourself if you are. And I think you know your lines of what you're capable of and what you're not. I've watched you navigate it in previous situations. So I think, yes, find a hot Jason, especially the women that we tend to draw towards us, who are busy, who do have things going on, who do have things bigger than men going on, but know where your own boundaries are and be very, like, more than, I don't even know what's worse than brutally honest. Genghis Khan. I don't know. Be Genghis Khan honest with yourself, like, because that's where we lose our heads and ourselves, and it's not good. It's not fair to the man, and it's not fair to us.
Absolutely.
But it's also not fair to the man. Like, I am all about women and all about us being like, men, decenter men, they suck. They didn't do this. They can't communicate. But a lot of times we have to also like take responsibility for ourselves for pretending like we're okay with something that we're not.
Yes. Yes.
So I do want it to come with that label.
So
you're Genghis Khan honest, not only with yourself, but with special people in your life too.
Yeah, and I think I think you nailed it really truly of what I'm actually doing. I'm not in a space where I'm pretending something is what it's not, right? Now, in the moment with him, I get to just release, truly. And I told him last week, I was like, all my parts are in separate rooms with you. And he's like, what does that mean? I'm like, because if I let them out, things will happen, and they can't happen.
Your time is curated in that you're not spending 4 days in a row with him.
Correct.
Right. You're not.
It's twice a month, if that.
Yes.
Right. It's really, it's very here, there, and we still check in with each other and, do other things. But I'm not pretending that it's something that it's not. I know exactly what it is.
Right.
And I'm holding zero expectation around what I want, think. I'm not shoulding on it at all. But I think if you're in that space where you can have that and enjoy, like, literally, truly just enjoy it. Like, it is for what it is in that moment. And then you walk out and I'm like, okay, that's it. That's what I get.
Everyone get in their rooms.
Get in your room. I screaming. As soon as he like kisses me goodbye and I like get in my car, I'm like, get in your rooms. Like, it's immediate because our time.
It's like when your mom came home early and you guys were being bad.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Like, mom's home.
Yeah. Because that that time with him is actually really intense, like really intense. Like we talk about some shit together, naked on the couch. So are you kidding? Like all 3 parts are screaming at me to just like
Fall.
Yes. And I can't do that. So yeah. Okay. Why is my astrological chart so fucking accurate? And can you dive deeper into yours on the pod? So we're actually going to do that. So
Yes.
Joe and I's chart, we're on CoStar together. So if you aren't on CoStar,
Get on with your best friends because it's so funny.
so good. They do
so
like
funny.
daily updates.
Yeah, of like you and Jess are this, or you guys are 2 trees in the woods doing this. And we're
this.
like, so funny. Yeah.
So we did that this week, but it's in the group chat. So we're going to put it in the group chat. So if you're not in the group chat, again, link is in the bio. Go jump on the group chat.
Yep.
But yeah, we asked Janet quite a bit to just do our charts and figure out. And I actually ask her a lot, like what's in it for the next 3 months for me, like according to my chart, what's happening. But yeah, no, the chart is really accurate.
And so is Janet.
And so is Janet. So I don't know.
Group chat.
Some people believe it, some people don't. But sometimes you can't argue with like, holy balls, that is insanely
I don't
accurate.
plan my life by it.
No.
But I love the insight. It's also validation. Like if you're feeling a certain way, you can look at your thing and you're like, oh, okay, I'm not crazy. This is actually going on with me.
I use it more as validation, not as what's happening for me in the next 3 months.
Right. I don't think it's going to predict my future. I also don't think that everything about it has to come true or necessarily will come true.
No, I agree.
But I do like it. Like everybody likes to feel like they're not alone or they're not crazy.
Yes.
And I do feel like sometimes checking in on that, whatever like electricity you feel in your body or whatever you're feeling magnetized towards or away from, sometimes it just kind of.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
But we're not going to, join the group chat because we are going to go into it. But
here's a good one. What do you both actually do for a living?
okay, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay,
so I support and direct small business owners who are primarily women, but for some reason the men are flooding in the gates right now. Usually
but
business
not
owners.
your pants.
But both my pants and my business. So usually business owners within their first 2 to 8 years in business, because what's happening within those years is we're DIYing all of it, especially if we don't have a hard revenue yet when we come into the business, or we're not backed by private investors or whatever. So if you're coming in with a low budget, marketing is never really taken seriously. And for a long time, we'll spin our wheels.
Can I pause really quick?
Sure.
Not necessarily taken seriously, but it's something that it's like everyone thinks they can DIY it. Everyone thinks they can DIY
I think it's
marketing.
Both.
And they're like, oh, it's an afterthought and I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, I kind of lump that in to not take it seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're also absolutely correct.
Right.
So one of the things that I see over and over again with small business owners is exactly that. I'm going to DIY it. I don't have a lot of budget. I'm going to throw whatever I have into just figuring it out as I go.
I'm going to randomly post,
social media, blah, blah, blah. And what happens 99.9% of the time is that there is no return on your investment of any kind, time, energy, or money.
5 minutes of time.
And it is not working. And then all of a sudden things dry up, the pipeline is empty, and you're not really sure what's not working. And it's because you don't have a strategy. So I come in as a small business marketing director and literally help people figure out from a holistic point of view, full on marketing, not just social media, not just paid ads on Google, because that's what everyone's brains go to. But I literally sit and pull on every thread of the business, figure out what the hell you're even trying to get to. What are you trying to get to in your business and your goals? And then I create a marketing strategy based on how do we get to those goals. So I meet you where you are with a $200 budget, say, and then I'm going to get you to where we can spend $10,000 on ads, right? And then get you into the space where you're just rocking and rolling.
Yes.
So that's what I do.
Yes. I do executive coaching one-on-one, and then I do sales and leadership training inside big companies, small companies, or just party of 5, party of 1. Don't care. I am not a life coach. I am not a therapist. I am not someone that's going to give you a bunch of tips and tricks and expect you to suddenly change your life. I'm like a personal trainer, but for your business, not your body. So that means like you have to be willing to do push-ups. You have to be willing to do the things that are necessary to move it. I would say 90% of my job is accountability and perspective, and asking the same way that you said, you know, when I come in with certain energy to a podcast, it's your job to like ground me.
Louie has a lot to say.
He has several things. Well, and he's chewing on the head of Ed, which is his favorite toy that I can't throw away, that he has beheaded. And sometimes he carries around the body and looks like one of those creepy Chucky people costumes. And sometimes it's just the head. And he just likes to squeak the head of Ed. All of his toys, someday we'll have to do a story on the pod where we introduce all of Louie's toys, because they all have names.
So here's what I want people to understand about you, though.
Okay.
You said a lot of really great things.
I say a lot of really great things.
But here's what I want people to understand
A
about
lot of awkward things, too.
how you say it. I mean, it all encompasses
50-50.
a lot of things. Who knows?
Who knows?
What will happen?
What will happen?
Can we use me as an example?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's you, so you can.
So
Right?
do you want to come up? Okay, come in.
Confidentiality be damned.
Oh, hi.
He's like, I would like to come up and French kiss you.
I would like to put my tongue in your mouth. You and every other man right now.
Your magnetism.
It's just okay. Hi, boo-boos. So one of the things that you and I worked on in my business was understanding where I was spending my time
Mm-hmm.
and where my blocks were and moving my business forward. So
Where you get stuck.
Where
Because
I
we
get
get in
stuck.
our own quicksand.
So one of the things that I knew I wanted to have happen this year in my business is I wanted to make more money, right? Like finally, Jesus Christ, I wanted to make more money than I've ever made in my life. And you helped me understand where I was holding. I love you. I love you so much. I know you're my adopted son, but we're trying to do something right now.
Is he not just like a baby stuffed
Can you
animal?
just cuddle in my arms?
If you hold him like a baby, he will.
Hold on, let's do that. Thank you to all the listeners who are so patient with us when Louie's on the pod.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanted, and what you
Scratch his belly.
told me was how I wasn't managing my time in the right way,
Mm-hmm.
and the way I wasn't looking at structuring my business to where, because what did I tell you when I first started and I rebranded in October last year? I was like, I'm terrified of going into survivor mode,
Yes.
and I cannot sustain that. It terrifies me to go back into my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot do it if I'm constantly looking for the next lead. I can't, because
Yeah.
I'm a single mom. I'm only working off of my own revenue, and that terrifies me. And you're like, okay, so you structure your business to where it's 6 months or 12 months.
Yes.
Now, that seems like a no fucking brainer now. And I'm like, what the fuck, Jessica? You weren't thinking. But I was so in the weeds in my own brain that I can't see the simplicity of what that actually was. You, from an outside perspective, were like, just do 6 or 12 months, love. And so what do I do
And
now?
can we say
6
now-
or 12 months.
Can we say now you just got 6 months paid in full for the
And I
first
just got
time?
6 months paid in full.
I find that, so there are two extremes. I find new business people are stuck in something simple like that. And people who have been successful are stuck in that they're successful, but they're actually not hitting their potential.
Mm.
So I see your boss, for example, when we first met,
hmm
is someone who, from a
My old
bottom
boss.
old boss, correct? Because now you're your own.
I'm my own boss.
I mean, you answer to Louie, but that's it.
that's it.
That's it.
He's the only man I answer to.
Your own boss, by all accounts, and has several people that look to him for business advice.
Mhm.
Have several people that, from a bottom dollar, bottom line, whatever, is a successful person and
Yeah.
doesn't, quote unquote, need help. but he was missing this much. And sometimes it's this much. And what I wish people would stop doing is getting lost in good enough and realize there's better, easier. All I care about is I want you to have more time and I want you to make more money. That's it. And I want you to leave a legacy. That's it. I want you to be able to get out of your business and let it run for itself. I want all those things for everyone. But I feel like we get stuck in how successful we are and how we measure that, and then we stop.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we can always do more push-ups.
All more push-ups.
More push-ups.
So that is the next, it's a great segue to the next question, which is, what's it like working with men versus women?
You can go first again.
I don't work with a lot of men, so I've tailored and curated my business client profile to work mostly with women, but I have had a couple of opportunities to work with men. It is it could not be more different, actually. Men should be open.
I can't do it.
There's no plastic on it, right? Keep going. I didn't tighten it.
Speaking of push-ups, sorry, Terrence.
It's Terrence's birthday today, by the way.
Happy birthday, Terrence.
Happy birthday, T. Men are get it done. I don't want to talk about it at nauseum. There's whatever's blocking me doesn't matter.
Fix it,
move on. It is like I have to maneuver my brain in ways with men that I don't have to maneuver my brain with women, and it is actually crazy great. But for example, I have one client, 2 men own the business, and I was sitting down with them after a meeting last week, and we were going through stuff, and we were like hitting it. Like we were just going through the bullet dots, right? We didn't have to like actually talk through anything.
Right.
There was no like, how do you feel about it? It was just boom, 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 boom. And then with most of my clients that are women, we're like pulling on threads and we're like working through some blocks. It's kind of a like life coach, marketing coach moment. There's none of that with men. And so not that that's like the end all be all, but it's that I have to pivot my brain over from one to the other because it is actually very different. And I actually enjoy it. I do actually enjoy it. Like the conversation I had with my 2 men clients, I was like, oh, I walked out of that and I was like, God damn, that felt good.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, man, this is the first time I felt this optimistic about my business in a year. And I'm like, yes. So the results are the same, but the conversation is vastly different. And that's fascinating to me.
So, which is, let me just circle back before I say what's different for me. This is why a woman is running MI6. A woman should be president, because when we work with men or when we work with women, we know how to pull each lever and figure out how to think like them.
Immediately.
A man could never.
Could never.
But for me, so what I think is interesting, I notice the differences more when I start to work with someone or when someone's curious. A man thinks he has all the answers, and he'll ask, like, if he's gonna engage with me. I'm gonna use your old boss as an example again. We met at a networking event. I said what I did, and most people, when they hear, "Oh, you're a coach," isn't everyone? Sure, right? Anyone can be a coach. I only care about results, right? And curriculum and all the things. So, which most coaches don't. But he told me basically that my job was bullshit. And he was like, everyone can be a coach. Everyone is, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward a month at a happy hour, and he was struggling with one thing. And he asked me a question, and I gave him one solution, and I didn't say anything else. And he called me 3 weeks later, and he said, I want to hire you. And I said, why? And he said, I did exactly what you said, and it changed my business in this way. And I was like, okay, right? So the way that I earn that trust is different than the way I earn it with a woman. What I find with women is we had to fight so hard to get whatever respect and success we have that we're scared to ask for more help, because we don't want to feel like we don't have the answer, or we don't want to seem weak, or we don't want to be like, well, a man doesn't have a coach, why would a woman? Like we're afraid to do that.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm in the, so that's what it's like to like get them as clients, is it's harder. It's easier for me to get a man client than it is to get a woman, because a man is a shark and all I have to do is punch him in the nose. With a woman, you have to let them know that me coaching them doesn't mean I respect them less or that I know more. Everybody needs perspective, right? I always say that coaching is like, if you're in the middle of a corn maze, it's me being able to fly in with a plane and see how the farmland is mapped out while you're trying to figure your way out of a maze.
This is how, okay, you and I have talked about how visual we are in our brains.
Yes.
I guess that's Claire,
I don't know.
dissident, Claire something.
Dear Claire.
It's a Claire. So you see it that way. So when a client comes to me and she says, well, I don't know, I haven't been getting many leads and, you know, my revenue is this, but I'm not really sure what to do. And should I do this? And should I do that? And all my brain goes to is I can literally fly. It's almost like I fly up to 50,000 foot view and I see exactly where the core of the problem is. And then as soon as I'm ready to solve the problem, I fly back down to the ground and I know exactly where to start.
It's the way I think about people who, and listen, grew up in Kansas. Okay, so I got a lot of Kansas metaphors here, but it is a flyover state.
I'm the scarecrow. There I am in the cornfield.
In the corn. No, but we've all been in like a haunted corn maze or whatever, right?
I have not, but I've seen many movies.
There's hay sometimes, but you keep taking these turns thinking that it's the way out, and you're so sure about the turn you're making because you're like, I know it. Keep ending up lost. And when you're in the middle of a cornfield or a wheat field in Kansas, it looks like it goes on forever or like it doesn't make sense. But when you're in a plane flying over, it looks like a mathematical grid. It like all makes sense in like a different way. And that's what I feel like coaching is. But with women, their guard is up even more because they fought so hard to get there that to say they don't have the answer is such a big deal. But what makes me so sad, and if nobody takes anything else away, I have a coach. Everyone needs someone.
One, yes.
Everyone needs someone to just bring perspective when you're lost, right? Harry Potter had Dumbledore. I've been watching a lot of Harry Potter lately. Like everybody he's the chosen one and he needed someone.
Yes.
Right? We all need someone. And we hold ourselves back when we don't just admit that. Yep. And I think that's what makes me the saddest thing about women in general is we're so strong. We fought so hard to get there. We're so much smarter, better, faster, more strategic. We have more empathy, more gut instinct and natural charisma, leadership instinct, all these things. But the reason that men go further is they aren't afraid to say, you had the better idea, let's go with that. And women are. And that's what I feel like is the biggest difference between working with them.
That was a good answer.
Okay.
Can we pivot?
Look at that dog.
If you don't watch us and only listen to us.
Didn't I tell you, if you hold him with like a baby, he will not move.
He lived with me for 3 days. We have been DNA bonded.
He loves to be held like a baby.
Okay, can we pivot?
Mm-hmm.
How soon do you communicate dating? No, I'm sorry. How soon do you communicate non-negotiables when you're dating someone new?
You're better at dating than me. Would you like to answer that? Because mine is immediately and often. As soon as they come up. Trev and I literally had this conversation. My first time skinny dipping ever last night.
I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I don't know how you've had the stories that you've had. And you say things like this where I'm like, how have you not gone skinny dipping ever?
When it comes to romantic relationships, I'm so sheltered.
Okay.
When it comes to everything else, I'm not.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And
okay.
I've only had 5, other than Trev, right? I've had 5 boyfriends ever. And they've
I
all been
know.
serious relationships. I haven't gone on like fun dates and been like, woohoo.
Yeah.
Like, I have no
Naked in the pool.
woohoo. Okay. So
I'm lacking in the woohoo.
I'm lacking in the woohoo. So went skinny dipping last night, but we got into, because we've been having a lot of conversations over the past couple weeks. And we were talking last night. And he was like, well, I said, I've been in so many relationships where I didn't speak up really quick.
Yeah.
And 3 years later,
Yep.
I'm like, now how do I get out of this and be honest about something that happened in the first 2 weeks of dating? And it's been an issue since then. So I tend to, now I pounce immediately, 15 minutes, and then I'm ready to move on as long as I feel heard and seen and understood. And we both agree it's never going to happen again.
Okay.
But so I'm still figuring that out.
Sure.
So I communicate it immediately and often.
But I think that's a true answer. And I think that is right now where we all need to be. So I don't typically need to speak up about my non-negotiables until something is triggered.
And then I'm
Yes. And then I'm loud and often, right?
I don't go into on dating apps, I'm not like, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Because I don't feel like that. I think everything's negotiable except for how you make me feel as a person, from a respect level, emotional level, safety level, like all those things. Everything else is pretty negotiable for me.
I agree. So I'll give you a good example. So there was a guy that I matched with on
Hopefully I'm not flashing my cat.
if I see it, I'll tell you.
Okay. Louie will bark. Hey, you know how he is with your cats.
I know. I know. So I matched with this guy in Bumble last weekend, 40 years old, seems to be a solid, normal looking dude. And in our texting conversation, he was like, we were talking about what we do. He does this, and I'm like, well, I'm a business owner, and I have a podcast, and I'm also on the board of a nonprofit.
Don't listen.
You can't listen yet. I will not tell you the name.
Nobody asked you.
Nobody literally asked you. That's not a hint. So I told him all these things, and he's like, oh my God, like, it's incredible. You seem just like, and he's just like building me up.
Love bombing.
That's a red flag for me.
Me too. Agreed.
And I'm like, ooh, I don't know about you. But I'm like, I'm okay. So he's like texting me pictures of like what he's cooking and all these things. And I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything until I feel like I need to say something, right? So Sunday night he says,
But don't send me pictures of what you're cooking unless you're bringing it to me.
So Sunday he says he wants to chat on the phone. Are you okay with that?
Is this the voice?
No.
Oh God.
He's like, how do you feel about phone calls? And I said, as long as I know that they're coming, I'm fine with it. And he's like, okay, that's fine. I would love to chat with you tonight. And I said, great. That was Sunday night. And then I don't know, what did he say? He said he took a long nap, fell asleep, and we didn't end up talking that night. He's like,
I'm sorry, because you take a nap, you can't make a phone call?
so
Married.
So night 2, he's texting me during the day, pretty consistent with his conversation, all the nice things. I'm like, you're just this, you're just that, you're just this. And again, I'm like, that's a red flag. And he said, I'm so sorry about last night. Can I make it up to you? Can we talk tonight? And I said, we can, but I have a date with my son from 7 to 9. We're watching the new Dexter series on Showtime.
Is it good?
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, we've watched all the Dexter, so of course we have to watch the new one. And he said, that's fine. I said, can I call you around 9? And he said, that's perfect. So I texted him and said, hey, I'm going to call you 9:15. Never hear from him the rest of the night.
Married.
Next morning, I don't know.
Girlfriend.
Next morning, he wakes up and he's like, hey, I'm so sorry I fell asleep again. And I said, his name is Lucas. I said, hey, Lucas, I'm going to be really
my brother's name.
honest with you. Better
Better not be you, Lucas. I will kill you.
I said, hey, I'm going to be really honest with you. I said, for 2 nights in a row, I made time to make sure that I was available to talk to you. And both nights you were unavailable and I was disappointed. I said, I'm not going to put up with that. So I don't know if you do this in a small capacity, that tells me that you can't follow through at anything else.
And his response
was, I'm so sorry. You're absolutely right. I must have been really tired, blah, 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 blah. Can I make it up to you? And I said, you can make it up to me, but here's what I need you to understand. I don't have another free evening until next Thursday night. That's how crazy my life is right now.
And full and wonderful.
Yeah. So we can try to chat. He's like, well, the last text he sent me was, do you have time this weekend at all? And I said, I might have some time before my nonprofit meeting at 4:00. He unmatched me from Bumble and has not responded back to me. Yeah.
So what I hate about men like that is I feel like I'm not your dopamine hit.
That's exactly what I was.
I'm not your crack pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, maybe you should start smoking crack if you're falling asleep every single time we're supposed to have a phone call.
I think it's so funny because, he several times gave me the like, oh my God, you're just this, you're great, you're blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, I know I am. I know I am.
Also, you don't know me well enough to say how great I am.
Which is why it was a red flag.
Yes.
And I think that's what's so important to like actually say the words though, is because if a woman is insecure, that we will read that as, oh, he sees me. When you are fully in your security,
yes,
you're like, ooh,
he doesn't see me at all.
You are quick to judge, my friend.
Or he's copy and pasting for things
Sure.
that he read somewhere about what women want to hear. I'm like, you don't actually like me.
No.
You don't actually know me.
You know nothing about me.
You literally know nothing about me.
And if you literally can't figure it out 2 nights in a row to call me, first of all, I'm not okay with that. And I will tell you like I did. But I think he really was butthurt that I didn't have time for him. And I'm like, I don't feel sorry for you.
I don't have time for that either. I don't have time for your nonsense.
I have plenty other men that are making time for me.
I'm painting the roses red off with his head.
Oh. Can we make that into a t-shirt?
Yeah. Alice in Wonderland.
How do you know when he actually likes you?
So my guard is always 7 feet high.
Yeah.
Like my guard is always up because I have been disappointed, because I have been hurt, because I do, you know this, I love so hard. Like I'm all the way just over.
You're in it.
I'm in it, right?
Hard in the paint.
I'm hard in the paint with everything, including caffeine today.
Yeah.
But where I feel like someone, so in the beginning, my guard is up, meaning I don't let people in because I know once I let them in, I can't get them out. Like, so for me to think somebody likes me, where I feel like it happens is when they show up in a way that I didn't expect or see coming, that I couldn't calculate. Because generally speaking,
that's interesting.
As a person who stands back and does observe a lot of human behavior, because that's mostly what my job is, right? And who I am. What are you not saying is what I'm always like reading, navigating what's lighting up for me. So when someone shows up in a way that I couldn't have calculated or notices something that I think I keep hidden, that's when I know that they like me. Because
you feel seen.
I am a fucking delight, okay? I am a good time. I am someone you can take to a football game and I will eat a $1 hot dog without ketchup or mustard and in 2 bites, okay? I'm fantastic. You can also take me to a fancy restaurant and I will act like a lady. I probably won't wear underwear, but I'll look fantastic.
You and I are both very chameleon-like in that way.
Yes.
We will mold as long as we feel confident and comfortable that we can mold.
Correct. Yeah. And as long as I want to. Because if I don't want to.
Oh my God, as long as I want to.
Speaking of zodiacs, I am a bull and I will dig my heels all the way in and I'm staying exactly where I am.
Yep.
And I'm going to 10 toes and full chest tell you exactly what I think about you. But so when a guy can catch me off guard in something that I felt like I was guarding, that's when I feel like he likes me because I'm likable. We literally went to, you're not even a Chiefs fan. We went to a Chiefs game and literally are in a group chat with a whole slew of people that I don't even know their first names except for Kenneth's because it's called Chiefs Kingdom and Kenneth.
Kenneth is not a Chiefs
Texans fan. So I am likable. I'm easy to like because I show you the parts of me that are likable. So when you can find something that I feel like is guarded and care about it and show up for me in a way that I didn't expect, that's how I know you actually like me and not just a girl.
Yeah. I love that answer. I think for me, it's when I say something that in conversation that I don't even, it's like here and gone. And then he remembers it.
And brings it back.
Acts on it, does something.
It's the same thing, yes.
It is, yes.
Yes.
I think we're speaking the same language.
Yes, which we usually are.
But that doesn't happen right away. And
Correct.
And I think that's the point of this is that, like, this dude that said all these things that he thought were the right thing.
And you don't even know how wonderful I am.
But it works for women who haven't done the work. It works for women who are very insecure. And I've been that fucking girl over and over and over.
You are now.
Yes. I had to have the opposite in order to know that this version of me was the most. Which one is this?
Zachary.
Oh, are we doing it? Thank you. That's how I know.
Yeah.
Because 5 years ago, if this dude would have come into my life.
A year ago for me.
It would have been fully on.
Yes.
I've just really enjoyed lately telling men exactly what I think. And it has been the most.
How do you think Dildo got in?
Freedom. Yeah, I know. One day we'll tell that story when all is said and done. Okay, I think we have time for one more.
Okay.
Let me see.
Told you we weren't going to get to them all.
Okay. I can't remember who this is. Doesn't matter. And it says, I know you guys probably have a million stories, but I'd love to hear your story on how you stepped fully into your power and your feminine power. That moment that you shifted and how you did it and tips for those searching.
Do you have an answer?
Yes, but it's probably not the answer that maybe this person wants to hear.
Say it anyway. I have one too, and it probably isn't this either.
Okay. So I actually don't think I've fully stepped into my power until the last 6 months. I think that I have, in every version of myself.
You've had a different level of power. And I think you've had a different level of power from, I literally saw it happen. Ooh, I'm going to get emotional. On my couch.
Yeah.
Like I saw something shift in you, which was about 6 months ago. It was winter. I have to make a joke so I don't cry. Because I saw it happen in live time in like 45 minutes of us running in these circles. And when you walked out to go home that day, I don't think you've ever been the same. So I think you probably had a lot of power before that, but it was different. And I think maybe that's the thing that women don't understand is like there are levels.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Is that there's so many different versions of me, and I think that's kind of the point. But I think it is important to talk about the moment that you're talking about, because that moment, not everyone has a human in their life that will
Makes really bad charcuterie boards.
makes really bad charcuterie boards, and then like gives it to you in real time.
I'm like, here we go.
Here's all the meats and cheeses. So I went to Joe because I was at a precipice where I had to draw a line in the sand. I either needed to go back to be a W-2 employee and work for someone else and have someone else tell me how much I was worth, or I needed to fully go back into my own business. And as a single mom, all the things that society tells you that you can't succeed with, which is bullshit. And I was terrified of going back into my business. Terrified.
You could feel it like vibrating off of you.
Yeah. So we sat on the couch and we ate your really ginormous charcuterie board.
The weirdest. I wish we would have taken a picture of it so we could show people how weird.
It
Someone
really
from
wasn't-
Kansas.
It really wasn't really weird though. It was actually really good. So anyway, so we sit on the couch and you asked me a question and you said, "But what is it, Jess? Like, what is it that you're afraid of?" And I said, "Joe, I fucking failed. Like, I failed in my business." And you said, "How? How did you fail? If you had to take literal evidence to a judge tomorrow.
I'm not always this mean.
How did you fail? But it forced me to then sit in it and take all of the bullshit in my
actually
brain
say it.
and say the words out loud. Well, I didn't make the money that I thought I was going to make. And then all of a sudden, I literally didn't have any other words. Do you remember that? That was it.
We sat there in silence for a good few minutes, and I'm just staring at you like this.
Waiting
That
for the
my
other
dumb
things to
face.
fail.
Yeah, I'm like, ellipses.
What's happening? And that was it, because I hadn't made the money that I thought I had failed. I had convinced myself in my brain that I had failed. And you had this example for me of, if you cannot take what you have done or haven't done to a judge and prove to this person that you have failed
In a court of law.
in a court of law, then you have convinced yourself you failed. You actually haven't failed. And so you are holding yourself back in a way that you are the only person that believes that you failed.
Literally.
Literally. And here we had like, you and Julie are the only two people in my life that can hold a mirror to me to really say, like, what you're telling me, I love you, but what you're telling me is false.
We're the only people that you allow to. Yes.
Yeah, probably.
That you trust enough.
Well, trust and respect. Yes.
Correct.
Well, respect, you know what I mean.
But I think what you're saying is so important for all women, because I think the biggest thing that you were struggling with is you actually know what you're worth, and that's not what you were paid. So you felt like you failed because what you thought you would make was this amount of money, because you know that's what you were worth.
Correct.
And you had taken less. You'd also been kicked by some woman-on-woman crime and some business partners that whatever. But so, and I think women give up all the time because they actually know what they're worth, but don't know how to say that. They don't make it the way they thought they would make it.
Yes.
And then they give up.
Yes.
Sacred middle. Circle
Sacred
back.
middle.
Tie it up in a bow.
Yeah. So anyway, I left that night actually not happy.
Correct. You literally said to me, I have to leave.
Yeah.
I'm not in a great place and I have to go.
Yep.
And the type of friendship that we have, we hugged
Mm-hmm.
and I said, okay. I couldn't tell in that moment if you were mad at me.
Yeah. Which is why I texted you the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I need you to know that I'm not upset with you, but you reflected back something to me that I've never had to actually face. And that was the line in the sand. That next day, I think I said, let me just sit with this for a few days. I think it was like 4 days later. And I said,
I'm all in.
I'm all in. I'm going to go for it. Fuck it. Here we go.
Goosebumps.
And now I'm on track to make the most money I've ever made.
Ever made in your whole life. Yeah.
Okay.
And-
We're kind of out of time. So I want you to have your story.
What was it? Oh, feminine. So
How you stepped into your
I'll
power.
keep it very simple in that the only way to step into your feminine power is to keep stepping into it.
Yep.
I am the Velveteen Rabbit, and I think about it all the time, probably too much. But we're all becoming, like, we're easily breakable, and we have sharp edges that end up round, and that's why we have to be carefully kept and all of the things. But I think you just become over time. I think if you keep waiting for the defining moment, you're never going to have it, and you're going to miss all the things leading up to it, which is probably when we're dead. Like,
But I also think there's like 95 million defining moments.
that's what I mean. Like, you can't. So not everyone knows about me, but I was valedictorian. I spoke at my high school graduation. And literally all I said over and over again is, this is one defining, like, we can't keep waiting for this like defining moment. You can't keep waiting for a defining moment to feel like a success.
Yep.
You can't wait for a defining moment to feel like this is the right person for you. You can't wait for a defining moment to feel like you're stepping into your feminine power or any of these things. Like, you just have to become. And it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of tears, and it takes a lot of banging your head against a wall right? Not a headboard for fun, but a wall because you're stuck and you're going to try a lot and you're going to fail a lot. So your feminine what is powerful about being a woman is the ability to do it again.
Yeah.
And to fail and to keep going and to keep showing up, because I promise you, men are bigger babies and they don't have it.
No.
They don't, except for Louie.
Except for Louie. I feel like that went way fast.
So did the cocktails. Thank you, one-handed bartender, again.
Thank you, one-handed bartender, for giving us all the things.
We'll
you guys go check them out and give them a follow, please.
We should put his cocktail for girl dinner bullshit in the newsletter.
Oh, absolutely, we should.
Yeah. Speaking of that, join the group chat.
Join the group chat. All right,
like,
you guys.
subscribe, click on our affiliate link for the best.
All the things.
Hot girl, walk yourself into your future.
We love you. I love you.
I love you.
Okay, bye.
Also, especially today, thanks for asking.